Former supermodel Kathy Ireland tells Mike Huckabee that she became pro-life after reading the scientific facts about the issue. This is Josh Brom with Science Matters. Now, we've been focusing on stem cell research lately, and I do want to continue my focus on that, but something came up recently that I wanted you to be able to see in case you missed it. Former supermodel Kathy Ireland was being interviewed on Mike Huckabee's show, and he asked her about her conversion from being pro-choice to pro-life. This is what she had to say.
You were once pro-choice, but you became very clearly pro-life. What was the turning point for you? When did the switch click for you that said, this is a human being?
When I looked at some medical books and saw the scientific evidence ahead of me. As I mentioned, I was baby Christian for such a long time. Even though I was a Christian, very pro-choice. I always have, and I will continue to fight for women's rights. And so even though maybe I wouldn't have one myself, who am I to impose my beliefs on someone else? It's a woman's body. It's her choice after all. When I really realized that I was on the fence, I dove into the medical books. I dove into the scientific research. What I learned is at the moment of conception, a new life comes into being. The DNA, the genetic blueprint is there. The sex is determined. The blood type is determined. The unique set of fingerprints is there. And I picked up the phone. I called Planned Parenthood. Help me out here. Give me your best arguments. And the best arguments were, well, if you get it, it's just a clump of cells. If you get it early enough, it doesn't even look like a baby.
Now, it's interesting to note that the first thing Ms. Ireland did was call Planned Parenthood, which is in many ways the standard bearer for the pro-abortion choice cause. And notice when she offered them the scientific facts that she had learned, the best Planned Parenthood could give her back was a purely subjective and emotional argument. They don't look human. Now, I don't want to take this analogy too far, but it is true that slave owners said the exact same thing about the African Americans that they enslaved. They don't look human. Now, I still get people every once in a while that make the claim that the unborn are not human. Kathy Ireland really had the best scientific response you can give to that. Take a look.
According to the law of biogenesis, all life comes from pre-existing life, and each species reproduces after its own kind. Therefore, human beings can only reproduce other human beings. So it doesn't start out as one species and suddenly become a human being somewhere along the way.
Pro-lifers should take a cue from Ms. Ireland's articulate, well-reasoned, and concise defense of the pro-life position. We should always remember to calmly, yet firmly, defend the fact that the unborn are members of the human family. At no point during an unborn's life cycle does anything change that alters the unborn from being a non-human to suddenly becoming a human being. Congrats, Ms. Ireland, and keep up the good work. Subscribe to the channel to be sure you don't miss the next episode of Science Matters.